With The Boys Season 5 set to bring Prime Video's tale of twisted superheroes to a close, it is undeniable that certain characters will finally receive their long-awaited comeuppance, though certain characters deserve to have a happier ending. The series began in 2019, exploring a world where the profession of superheroes is highly commercialized, leading to some of the worst people becoming empowered titans abusing their power. The Boys Season 4's ending brought the world of the series into a dire new place by the end. After a season of covert power plays, unexpected alliances, and twists, Homelander, Anthony Starr, is able to position himself as the de facto leader of the United States of America by framing the boys for the murder of politician Victoria Newman, Claudia Dowmitt, enacting martial law through his legion of superpowered supremacists. Several members of the boys are apprehended while others are on the run, leaving us nervous for their fates by the end of The Boys Season 5. 6. Reggie Franklin A-Train. A-Train has discovered what it means to be a true hero. Jesse T. Usher's A-Train is one of the most infamous members of the Boys cast of Supes, as he is the inciting figure in Huey's, Jack Quaid, through his murder of his girlfriend, Robin, Jess Salguero, while under the effects of Compound V. Initially portrayed as somewhat fame-hungry and willing to do whatever was necessary to maintain his status, Reggie Franklin is our initial introduction into how flawed the Boys' Supes can be. However, A-Train isn't void of a conscience, and was willing to help stand against Vought when necessary. As such, A-Train has undergone a journey of self-discovery, as he gradually took more of a stand against Homelander and actively acted as an inside man for the boys. Because of this, A-Train is one of the show's true examples of what a superhero should be, with Season 4 giving him a moment where he is finally presented as an idealized superhero when saving Mother's Milk, Laz Alonso. A-Train was stated to be in hiding with his family after exposing his true allegiances, and should be allowed to emerge as a positive figure once the dust settles from Homelander's reign. 5. Ryan Butcher. The son of Homelander should make his own choices. Ryan Butcher, Cameron Crovetti, is another pivotal character for the boys, bridging the worlds of both the Seven and the titular team due to his complicated parentage. The child of Homelander and Billy Butcher's, Carl Urban, ex-wife Becca, Chantel Van Santen, Homelander attempted to be a father to the child, bringing him into further conflict with Butcher, who had attempted to care for the child. Ultimately, after Becca's death, Ryan was taken primarily into Homelander's care in Season 3, but still maintained a good relationship with Butcher. Of course, while Homelander did not want to raise Ryan as he had been under Vought scientists, he still saw the boy as nothing more than a way to further his ambitions of Supe supremacy and hoped that Ryan would carry on his ideals, using threats to keep him in line. However, as Ryan publicly denounces Vought and Homelander's heavy-handed propaganda, he also loses trust in Butcher after learning the full extent of his origin, leaving him alone in the world. Like A-Train, Ryan could represent a brighter tomorrow, but deserves the chance to choose that path for himself. 4. Marvin T. Milk, a Mother's Milk. Marvin has earned his retirement. One of the earliest members of the boys, Marvin T. Milk has given much of his life to the fight against Vought, having been brought back into the fight by Butcher in Season 1 after stepping away to spend time with his family. Not only did he lose his father and grandfather due to Vaught's corruption and neglect, but his fight against the Supes has tested his own relationship with his wife and daughter. Yet he has still remained dedicated. As someone who has actively tried to place the blood and brutality behind him time and time again, an ideal ending for Marvin would be to see him leave the boys once and for all. Much of Marvin's life has been dedicated to fighting Vought ever since a very young age, and he deserves the chance to finally enjoy the peaceful life he has created for himself. However, with Mother's Milk in Supe custody, things are not looking optimistic for one of the boys' longest-serving members. Starlight is the face of a new generation of superheroes. While she may have begun as the newest member of the Seven, Annie January has become one of the boys' most developed characters. Breaking out of her belief in Vaught's mission, Annie quickly dedicated herself to doing right, initially as a spy within the company before taking up a public role against Vought. Even with the full superpower and political force of Vought against her, Annie stands as a face of revolution against terrifying powers. Because of this status, while it would be powerful to see Annie give her all and sacrifice herself for her cause, it would also be disappointing to see her not be present to see the better world she gave her all to create. Furthermore, much of The Boys Season 4 saw Annie replaced with a shape-shifting duplicate amidst her own identity crisis, effectively losing control of her own story and hurting her relationships. Now the sole active member of The Boys, Season 5 should allow Annie the chance to shine and truly choose how her story ends. 2. Kimiko Miyashiro. The reluctant Supe dreams of a normal life. Abducted and experimented on in her youth, Kimiko Miyashiro, Karen Fukuhara, is one of the boys' most tragic figures. Undoubtedly, the powerhouse of a team of cunning, crafty combatants, Thanks to her healing factor, super strength, and enhanced senses, all these gifts came at a cost for Kimiko, as she went from a child soldier to a compound V experiment, losing her family and ability to speak. Yet, despite their dark mission statement, being part of the boys has brought some light back to Kimiko's life. Even when their bonds have been strained, such as with Butcher's worsening condition, the team has become a found family for her, especially Kimiko's romantic relationship with Frenchie, Toma Capone. Furthermore, Kimiko has clear dreams beyond what happens when the fight with Vought comes to a close, as Season 3 showed that she still held onto a dream to speak, sing, and have a normal life through her own musical number. Despite Season 4's ending and Kimiko's comic fate leaving things dire for her, she is more than deserving of achieving her happy ending. Huey Campbell. Huey represents humanity enduring in a bleak world. As the first on-screen victim of a soup and the audience surrogate through whom viewers learned about the truth of the boys' world, many fans are incredibly attached to Quaid's Huey Campbell. While his worldview may have been shattered and he has been forced to become more ruthless to fight the true monsters of Vought, Huey has remained the heart of the team, something that Butcher recognizes. He acknowledges that they will have to do whatever is necessary to face a greater evil, but still hopes to ensure his friends retain their humanity. However, like Mother's Milk, Kimiko, and Frenchie, Huey is in custody of Vaught's new regime as of Season 4's ending, and may therefore be subject to some of the boys' truly darkest moments in its final act. Because of this, not only will Huey's faith in humanity be tested, but his physical well-being too. Huey is a character who represents true heroism without reward or glory within the world of the boys, so him dying may